What's going down, folks? It's your boy C23 back on the sticks once again with another Madden 15 Ultimate Team video for you guys. And as you can see, we are one game away from clinching a playoff spot, so we got to handle our business. Let's get into it. Now, I need to warn those of you out there that are expecting to see a high-octane, high-scoring type of game. Unfortunately, this isn't your type of game. This is more of your low-scoring, whoever has the better defense that day wins type of game. As I should have come away with that pick right there, but they didn't give it to me. And folks, that's going to happen a few more times this video, so you're just going to have to get used to seeing the drop picks. Not really sure why they're not giving me my picks, but that's just the way this game played out. Anyway though, my opponent's rushing everybody back to the line on a 3rd and 4 situation. He takes a snap and shotgun, drops back and throws it right to Richard Sherman. Oh my goodness, another drop pick. That's 2 drop picks in the first drive. But then he comes back and goes for it on 4th and 4, and we stop him short. So now we take over on downs. I come out and do my patented play action on the first play of the drive and connect with my deep crosser Julio Jones on the play, picking up a huge gain. 1st and 10, I drop back and I hold the ball for a little bit too long, staring down a receiver and throwing a double coverage. Fortunately, it wasn't picked off. 2nd and 10, I got to hit Julio on a slant, got to make up some yardage because I just got to dink and dunk and keep the chains moving and setting it up for an easy 3rd and 2 run by Eddie Lacy. Look at the yardage he picked up on that play. Too bad though, the drive stalled and I'm forced to try a field goal. Of course the field goal is good. That's pretty much an extra point from that distance. Anyway, on my opponent's next drive, he comes out in the shotgun, he takes a snap, drops back and dumps it off to his tight end. And I just about had everyone downfield locked up, so that was pretty much his only option, and it picked up a gain of 8. Once again, he's rushing everybody back to the line. Maybe he saw something that he liked in that last play. 2nd and 2, he takes the snap, try to send some heat, and it doesn't quite get there. And once again, his tight end makes another play, and he goes right back to the hurry up. So I'll make a quick adjustment on D. Hopefully a different look will confuse him a little bit post snap. And once he snaps the ball, it works to perfection. I sent a little bit of heat, and he throws it right to Luke Kuechly. So my defensive adjustment when he was trying to do the hurry up worked to perfection. I take over, 2nd and 12. I hit Calvin Johnson on the crossing route, and he has yards after the catch before getting knocked out of bounds. Bringing up a 1st and 10 situation, I just hand it off to Lacy, who picks up a few yards on the play off right tackle. 2nd and 4, I hand it off to Lacy, goes right up the middle. There's a little bit of daylight there for a minute before they finally bring him down. 1st and 10, going play action, looking downfield, and I see Calvin wide open. I got to get it over to Calvin so we can make a play. But just when I get some momentum rolling in my favor on 1st and goal, I'm under pressure after the snap and I force it in the coverage and it's picked off. Those are the worst possible picks you can throw. You're knocking on the door about the score, and then you just turn the ball over and give it back to your opponent. So anyway, I'm back on defense after the turnover. I mix up my play calls on D, sending some heat on that play, and then he rushes everybody back to the line on 3rd and 16. Now, I don't understand this, and you're going to see why in just a second once he snaps the ball. It's 3rd and 16. He rushes everybody back to the line just to hand the ball off. I'm guessing that's probably a busted play call on his part, but anyway, I take over after that and come back and go play action, looking downfield and connect with Julio Jones in stride, and that picks up a huge gain and pretty much puts us in business in the red zone. Now, once again, I go back to the ground game, hitting Eddie Lacy, who rumbles for a nice pickup on the play. That leads us to a 2nd and goal later in the drive where I just hand it off to Lacy and let him do his thing. We get an easy score off the play. How does my opponent respond? He comes back and completes a pass to what looks like Frank Gore. So now he's in the red zone knocking on the door. He comes out in shotgun next play, drops back, has all day to throw, and the pass should have been picked off by Kuechly. He was right in perfect position to make the play but dropped it. Next play, 2nd and 10, he throws it right to my linebacker Smith, and once again another dropped interception. 3rd and 10, Kuechly just bats that one down, and we held him to a field goal on that drive, so my defense stepped up and did their jobs. Now, you guys know I always tend to make mistakes to give my opponent chances in Madden, and this is a perfect example of what happens. I put the wrong trajectory on the ball. I meant to throw the ball downfield so Calvin can go get it, but instead throw it right to the defender, and that should have been my pick too, going the other way. By the way, that's at least 5 times this game that's happened so far, folks. But since it didn't, he's able to connect with the wide open receiver and set up shop on the 30. Now, I'm thinking it's 4th quarter, 1:45 to go. I'm thinking somebody needs to step up and make a play for me, and Kuechly was right there to try to make that play, but unfortunately couldn't get to it. So then again, he rushes everybody back to the line, 2nd and inches, 1:33 to go. He's in shotgun, takes a snap, looks downfield, hits his wide receiver, but then Kuechly steps up and lays him out. Oh my goodness. The hit by Kuechly forces the ball loose. We recover and try to get in victory formation, but my opponent keeps getting encroachment calls and ultimately gets kicked out for griefing. Anyway, it's a W in the book. We end up clinching a playoff berth, and our next target is trying to clinch that first round bye, so we'll see if we can get to that in a couple of games. But diving into week 8, we got to see if we can keep this momentum rolling. We got a nice 3-game win streak going right now, and I'm starting to feel like this could really be our year. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. We still got a bunch of games we need to play, and who knows what could happen. Anyway, getting into week 8's gameplay, I come out and I'm a little methodical with my drive, mixing in a little run and pass, trying to keep the defense off balance as much as possible. Wow, almost threw a pick in that situation. But on 3rd and 9, I come out in the gun and I fire a dart to Alshon, who catches it and picks up the first down. So I'm thinking, all right, I might have something going over the middle. So let me come out in the exact same formation and give it to Calvin over the middle. And he makes the catch in traffic, fights for some extra yardage, but ultimately goes down a little short of the first down. So to pick that up, I just hand it off to Lacey and just get out of the way and let Lacey pick that up. So after the first down conversion, we cross the 50-yard line, and I'm looking to be aggressive here. I come out and go play action and hit my tight end just past the 30, and we're moving the chains almost in the red zone. So I just got to keep it rolling and not turn the ball over. So I'm loving the way that this drive feels right here. I have everything under control. I've just about milked the entire first quarter, and I'm just about to set up shop in the red zone after Reese just makes the catch. And look at the yards after the catch. Those are some tough yards to pick up. Anyway, I set up shop in the red zone. I drop back, and look who's wide open in the back of the end zone. You would think that they would cover Calvin back there, right? Guess not. Anyway, on my opponent's first drive, he tries to go to the ground game. We pretty much stopped that short of the first down. Once again, he's going ground again, and we stopped that behind the line of scrimmage, bringing up a 3rd and 1, back to the ground game again, and we are right there, but just a little too late as he picks up the first down. So 1st and 10, he goes play action and throws it right to Adrian Wilson. He drops the pick. That was a surefire pick. But the next play, he throws it up, and Revis says, give me that. And we're going the other way. Now on the return, I probably should have cut back in. Maybe I would have had some more daylight on the inside, but it doesn't really matter because we do nothing with the drive and end up settling for a field goal. So that's pretty good though. We're up 10 at this point, and just when I started feeling good about things, look at what happens. He hands the ball off and he has all kinds of green grass in front of him. I don't know how this happened. He just called the right play for the right defense. Credit to my opponent. So 2nd and 6, he's already in the red zone. He drops back and completes a pass to a wide open receiver for an easy score. So we go 3 and out. On my opponent's next drive, he goes deep, and look at what happens. Oh my gosh, I was right in position for the user, and then NPC Sherman comes over and just bats the ball down. Anyway, on the next play, I make up for it. He throws it right back to Lewis again, and this time we make the pick. So there's not really a need to complain because we get it right back. And we have pretty solid field position too after the pick. So we open shop after a couple of plays in the red zone. I come out and go play action and hit Calvin right on the money for an easy walk-in touchdown. So like I said earlier, you guys already know what happens once I start feeling good about things, right? As we just shut that run down. Let's hold that thought for later. 2nd and 8, my opponent takes the snap under center, and my D-line just destroys his offensive line. It's just about every D-lineman got back there for the sack. But look at what happens on 3rd and long. Oh my goodness. I was user in the safety. I got in perfect position to make the pick. I started pressing Y and nothing happened. So my opponent ends up getting an easy score out of it. I'm telling you guys, I always make things interesting for myself. I don't know why. I just can't come out and just put opponents away like I should. I always seem to just blow a coverage or throw an interception at the wrong time to let my opponent back in. But I always seem to find a way to close it out in the end when it counts. So hopefully that can continue to be the trend. Now, after the completion for a first down, I start going into my, let's just call it ball control conservative, or BCC. Let's just call it BCC. Whenever I go BCC, it's like really run heavy. I'm talking about 98% of the plays are going to be run plays, just because I want to take as much time off the clock as possible. And that's exactly what I start doing. And maybe I start doing it a little bit too early. See, it's already at the 2-minute mark in the 4th quarter, and he's been stopping me. So it brings up a 4th and 3. I decide to go for it, and I get stuffed. I get no yardage on the play. So he takes over on downs. It's 1st and 10. That run might cost me. He decides to dial up a deep ball, but Sherman is right there to make the play to break up the pass. That would have been a huge catch for him because it would have put him at about the 40-yard line. But anyway, on 2nd down, he pretty much just checks it down to his back for a short gain. bringing up a 3rd and 9. He takes a snap under center, and he's looking to make a play, and he just overthrows everybody except for Richard Sherman, who happily says, give me that. And we're going the other way. Oh, don't hit me like that, bro. Come on now. So, folks, in a normal situation, that would pretty much end the game, but I go back into BCC mode, handing the ball off to Lacey, who picks up some yardage on the play. 35 seconds to go. I hand it right back to Lacey again, and he gets brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And I'm forced to settle for yet another field goal try. And the field goal is good, so I end up putting up 3 on the board. But I end up putting my defense back on the field with about 20 seconds to go. After a horrible squib kick, he gets the ball pretty much at the 50-yard line to set up shop. So after a couple of plays, it's all coming down to one final play. He takes a snap and shotgun and just throws it up in the triple coverage. And Richard Sherman comes down with yet another pick and finally puts the game away. We end up taking this one 20-14, and we keep the win streak alive. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out here, folks. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Also, share this video. And don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed any part of this video. I greatly appreciate it. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.